Hey everybody, what's going on? Scalen's Bob here. Got the download, the Return to Karkand download, and jumped on with a couple of buddies of mine. One of them first time playing. What we didn't know was that the Conquest was an assault version of Conquest, which was kind of odd. I hadn't played it before, so I didn't know what it was about. But apparently, if you do the assault version of it, that one team gets all the positions to start, and then the other team has to aggress and take them, which is kind of a different little take on it, and I wasn't sure how I felt about it. The first match we played, we got our butts handed to us, because, everybody kind of knew the map more than we did, so we jumped into a tank here, and I'm running the CITV station, which I don't think we set up the guided shell in the beginning, so we really didn't have a coordinated, hey, I'll designate and you fire the guided shell. But we kind of took this stance here, and as you can see this building across the road over there by Charlie, there's a crane up there. Guys are gravitating towards the crane. There was guys getting on top of the construction building. So it was, a little rough if you weren't in a vehicle or if you didn't like playing in and out of the buildings. There was another match we played on this where I tried getting in and out of the buildings, and it was just very rough for me because I'm trying to figure out which buildings lead me where, which ones have openings, and there was already dudes like waiting inside the buildings, so I got shot a lot. And I've noticed that there's a lot of good snipers that suddenly popped out. So it seems that if you're a good sniper, that these new maps, at least the 3 that I got to play, really favor a sniper. The other thing is that now you can do these assignments, and I'm not sure if all the assignments transfer over on any map or if it's just the Karkand ones, but there's little requirements. You gotta take a tank out with a repair tool. You've got to destroy a tank with an anti-tank weapon, and you've got to do a couple other things, and it unlocks these new weapons, which kind of threw me at first because I'm like, what is this gun this dude shot me with? And then later on I went back, I checked the battle log, and I started looking at what was involved in the assignments. But as you can see here, my buddy is just laying into them with the 50 cal, and I noticed the mortars right there. So I'm like, we better get the heck out of here, because if we sit still, they're just going to take us out. So we kind of stayed towards this side, used the road and the buildings there to kind of block us from any anti-tank rounds. And it was kind of nice having 3 guys in the vehicle at one time, because we were all kind of shouting out, look out to your right, and I'm trying to tag them. I'm hitting that back button like it's crazy. Just about wore the back button out on my controller. Like here, I'm pushing, and I finally get the guy towards the end. I got to give some credit though. My buddy Tyler there, who's driving the tank, winds up going 10-1, and I mean, he was like deadly accurate when it came to shooting guys with the tank. There's another guy I'm trying to tag. I got the squad assist, which I was happy with, and we started trying to come up around the corner. We were going to start aggressing to try to help take C, and boom, here's a tank. So I'm designated, hitting the back button, and since we're not using a guided shell, I hope that at least by designating him, that it would freak him out, and he would think he was about to get hit with a javelin, and maybe he'd back up, maybe he'd do something. And it kind of went through this little battle. They were shooting at us, we were shooting at them, and then my buddy Tyler jumps out, and he starts repairing the tank. So I jumped into the driver's seat. So it was real good communication, and I start shooting the heck out of this tank. And so I think one guy's in the tank repairing, one guy's in the tank shooting, and one guy jumps out to try to repair behind. So I mean, it's taking a lot of tank rounds and all this, and then all of a sudden, I see a guy keep jumping out there in the front. So here it is. We've already switched. He's behind trying to do repairs. So, I'm trying to shoot, and I keep seeing this guy jump out. And eventually he jumps out, and there you see him, and he's too close to the wall, and he kind of gets trapped, and one of my tank rounds hits. And this dude does this 720 flip. So you're going to see it here in a second in slow motion. I love the way these guys go flying. If you throw a grenade or hit them with a tank round, if there's an explosion, check it out. See it there? It was pretty fast, but check this out. I slowed it down for you guys so you could see the slow motion. It still makes me laugh. Check this out. So here it is, super slow, 12.5% of the regular speed. I'm about to launch a round, and it hits. Then the guy dies. Now watch this flip. This is bad. So I was so glad I got that, and then I was able to go back and show you in slow motion, flip a dip, dip a do. So anyways, here it is. We wound up winning. I go 2-1, and my buddy goes 0 with a bunch of assists. But hey, we wound up winning, and that was definitely a plus. And then right here at the end of the scores, you're going to kind of see that assignment and how I ranked inside of one of those assignments working towards one of these new weapon unlocks. So I guess under Spec Ops, by tagging a vehicle, I earned some points. Here we are, another conquest assault on the peninsula. Now there's a building, you can kind of see it there in the back, that has point C. And I think we originally started off having point C. Oh, you got to check this out. So here we are, we're all like, where are you going to start? Where are you going to start? And I'm like, yeah, let's go to the parking lot. Now my buddy 2-Star, this is his first time ever playing Battlefield 3. His son is Tyler. We get on there and I spawn on him. And so I'm like, hey, check this out. Check this out. Look at this. Look at me. So I start spinning around and I said, hey, do this. Check it out. Jump up and down, jump up and down. And he turns around and he's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And so he squats down and both of us are laughing right now. And you got to imagine this. I kind of work with him and, we're both supposed to be kind of like professionals, but you got to let loose a little bit each time. So I'm out here throwing some mines. I saw a little red arrow. I run up, I'm popping a guy, and what I didn't realize, I didn't have the grip on the A91. But eventually, they take the round building. I'm getting sniped like crazy from this crane. So I'm like, you know what? I had enough. I'm going to put out my 240 Bravo and watch how many rounds I lay into this spot up here. I mean, I love the 240 Bravo, but at a little bit longer distance, it does seem to rise a whole bunch. And then the dude starts shooting at me with the SKS, and I'm like, uh-oh. He's going to take me out after I've laid like 100 bullets. But, thankfully, I got him in the end. So, here a little bit later, I moved around the map, and I was tired of the guys in the C building, the big round building. They got up on the top. I think there was like 4 or 5 of them, and they were just laying suppressive fire, picking everybody off on the map. There was even a mortar up in there, so I was trying to get close. I mean, here they are. They already spotted me. They're popping me. I didn't think I was going to make it. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to use the hill to my advantage. So the first thing I did was I dialed in the enemy mortar. And one of the weird things is here on the map, that permanent structure, the round building, doesn't show up on the map. So I'm like, okay, I'll just start dropping mortar rounds. I was hoping to see the guys so that I could try to pin them down on the top of the building. I really didn't. But thankfully enough, they were shooting around the top. And I had the hill to kind of cover me, but I knew I couldn't stay here because I was afraid somebody was going to come, got me a kill. But anyways, here's another conquest assault. This is a strike at Karkand. This one, it's another city map. And like I said in the beginning, 1 thumbs up because there isn't a ton of helicopters spawn raping. I thought I was going to run into a couple more maps that were a little bigger, but here it is. We start over here. I see 1 aircraft. I'm like, okay, maybe this one's going to have some aircraft. But that was like the only one I ever saw. Start running down the road here, and I'm like, geez, oh, Pete, where the heck is the battle? So I'm like, well, I guess if you don't get in a vehicle, you're going to be back here forever. I see a guy, up over there. I try spotting him. I'm like, great, I'm going to die, 100 meters from the spawn point. And thankfully, the tank right there got him. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to stay out of the middle of the roads. So I'm trying to run up this hill. And in this one, oh my God, I got, in and out of these buildings. And I mean, I did horrible. I'm not going to lie to you. I did horrible. And I'm trying to learn the maps. I give only 1 thumbs up because, the Conquest Assault, I'm not the biggest fan of. And the fact that there's buildings everywhere. And I prefer I'm more of a tank guy when it comes to Conquest. And, 240 Bravo. And in this match, I couldn't find anywhere where I could get set up. And there were snipers already waiting. I had guys pounding me with sniper rifles. I even pulled out mine, and I was trying to dial a guy in. And I mean, boom, headshot. And I was like, and I just spawned. So I was having a rough little time. I got to get back on and see if there's any other types of gameplay. That one there, I got him with a mine. Then I got the javelin on him, and he jumped out. But I get the vehicle. Then a sniper gets me. Anyways, I'm gonna try to get back on. Hopefully you enjoy the video, and thanks again for watching. Scandalous Bob. We'll see you later. All right, bye bye.